Hey everybody, it's Sean C.
It's JVP.
We're the Pearson Cusack Real Estate Group, and it's that time of the year. We're here with one of our favorite guests, Charles Baragan, a sommelier. I don't think there's any other real estate agent that has a resident sommelier.
No.
I'm
happy to be the first.
Yeah, I think we might need that. Good to see you again. Thanks for coming out.
Oh my God.
Appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if we could just do this show over and over and over, I'd be really happy.
We should just do it every Friday.
This is my favorite job.
So last time we did a winter wine kind of tasting where you gave suggestions about what to pair at Thanksgiving and this and that. So we figured let's do it again.
Great.
So what are we starting with?
This is an orange wine. This is Maître de Chai's orange wine. And it's made from Sauvignon Blanc. It comes from a vineyard planted in 1969 from Sonoma. Orange wine is white wine made in a red wine style. Sometimes fermented, but kept on the skins for a particular extended amount of time. And that could be 24 hours. That could be, 2 weeks. It really does some interesting things with the wine itself. As you can see, just by what you guys said this is an interesting color, right?
Yeah.
That skin color, you get your color from a wine from the skins of a grape.
So when you keep it on the skin, does it add a flavor, a minerality, or something different?
Great
or
question.
Just color?
It imparts, I would say, flavor. More of that, right? It would be the difference if you if you took the skin of an apple and then you ate that without it, and then you ate it with the skin. So there is going to be a difference.
It's got the nose of a of the grape, but yet.
It's got a little bit mustier though, right? It's
a little more earthy.
Yeah, a little bit more earthy, a little bit more, just a little bit more.
And it's interesting because I think my brain tells me, because of the color, that it should be sweet.
Right.
Because that's what my brain tells me of maybe a past experience or dessert wines or something. If it's got this color, it's going to have a certain flavor, and it's not at all what you taste.
Absolutely. Wine is definitely that. I would say that the most important thing about wine that you ever need to know is yuck or yum. That's it. Like, you just need to say, I like this or I don't like this. So I guess, how do you guys like it? Or do you like it? I mean, I guess it's...
This would be a yum for me.
You're not going to see orange wine at the grocery store. There's not too many commercial producers that are doing wine like this.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's a pet project, but I mean, it's certainly made with love.
It's very interesting, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Fantastic.
More familiar color.
There it is. There's wine.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a 100% Syrah. It's coming from Santa Barbara. Coming from a producer called Black Sheep Vines. The wine's called Holus Bolus. Again, it's coming from Santa Barbara. It's owned and made by a husband and wife couple, Peter Hunkin and Amy Christine. 100% Syrah. Syrah is a grape that is made famous in France, in the Rhone Valley. This is like traditional. Someone who's drinking a red wine only drinks red. And again, I just think as a red wine, again, this is yum. It's quite the chameleon. It's very much like Chardonnay or like Cabernet Sauvignon, where you can make it in a lighter style, or you can make it in this really heavy, like broad-shouldered, full-bodied style. Again, yuck and yum is always the end of...
Ready?
There is a reason why you swirl wine. Right?
Okay.
So there's little chemicals in the wine called esters, and so like when you swirl the wine, it's a really cool process called violating the esters. They're all colliding, and they when they collide, they explode.
You didn't mean that, Esther.
We're cool, Esther. It's cool. And so when they collide, they explode. They create more aroma. And so when you're swirling wine,
so that's why you swirl it, and then you put your nose.
That's
stuff.
And we talked about it last year, but when you sip the wine, what does someone do after they put the wine? I mean, is it just drink it? Is it swish it around in your mouth? What's the...
Yeah, no, great question. I think the way to drink wine is you want to drink it and then let it fill, all over your mouth, kind of have it sit there, and then swallow it. And then kind of just like let it sit for like 5 seconds. What you're breathing out, you don't have to breathe out, but what you're feeling and all the sensations in your mouth, that is what wine is. So this is more on the like medium to light style wine.
Very good.
It's very good. It really is.
And again, this is like, I'm bringing this wine for, a 21, 22-year-old who's never drank wine up to like, the 77-year-old person who says, I only drink red wine.
Yeah.
I think this kind of like fits in that, just, this is great red wine.
You make everybody happy in that realm.
Yeah, and if you're drinking, the orange wine, you want to go a little bit heavier, you can go to this red wine, and it's going to give you a little bit more flavor, a little bit more tannin, a little bit more, just about everything.
It's kind of cool when you're talking about just the process, and obviously it sounds like anyone can drink wine however they want to drink wine, right? But it is kind of cool because we do things so fast, and it makes you really think about it. It's like when I'm gonna have our Thanksgiving, I'm gonna try to like slow it down, almost do like a little mini wine tasting, because you're sitting there, you're thinking about it, and it just slows everything down. This is like really enjoyable.
Well, I mean, and to kind of segue that into, that's why people blind taste. That's why professionals, that's why you need to learn how to blind taste. And that's why if you're an enthusiast, you should be blind tasting, or you should get into it. Not because you want to guess the vintage and the grape and like where it comes from. And that stuff's cool if you can get that, because now you're honing in what's in the wine, what's going on, what it's saying to you. But I think that when you're blind tasting wine, like you're saying, you have to slow down. You're trying to listen to the wine, and you're trying to hear what it's telling you. And things that it will tell you are whether it was grown in a hot or cold climate, or somewhere in between. And that's how much alcohol you have. So you're looking for alcohol.
What causes higher alcohol?
Sugar. So basically how long you let it hang or how well it develops equals that in the winemaking process. So the more sugar you have to start off with, the more alcohol that's going to turn into. So yeah.
So that's why I'm 80 proof.
There you go. So yeah, there you go. I wanted to bring wines for everybody, like I said. And this is a wine for the person or people who don't maybe drink too much wine, and maybe they say they like sweet wine, or they like Moscato, or they, something like that. They like something on the sweeter end. This is a Riesling. It's from Germany. We're drinking Auslese. So it's a white wine. What I love about German Riesling is that, yes, it's inherently sweet, but what's really carrying this wine is the minerality.
Yeah. You can smell it.
You smell it. This wine just smells like, wet rocks kind of thing.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, totally.
Kind of comes from the bottom of a rock quarry kind of thing. It's just like wet rocks.
Wow.
Again, sweetness. There's going to be, but I think, again, what is carrying this wine is that minerality. If it were just sweet, it wouldn't be that cool.
Be apple juice.
Exactly. It would just be sweet.
Yeah.
That acidity, that is that underlying factor. This is what's going to, again, if you have an aunt who only drinks sweet wine, she only likes Moscato. Like when she drinks this, she'll at least feel comfortable when she comes over. And this is a wine that will go, again, great with turkey, great with fattier items, because again, this acid and sweetness kind of like cuts through some of the fattiness or richness of food. So, if you have people that are only drinking sweet wine, pour them this. And then you could probably eat this with your, apple pie afterward.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I go young. It's great.
It doesn't matter if it's a $12 bottle of NCAP Trader Joe's or if it's, a $300 bottle of wine. Blind tasting is about not thinking about where you're going to be in an hour, not thinking about how much money is in your bank account, not thinking about anything else. The wine is kind of irrelevant. What makes it is the company.
Yeah.
And so like that whole experience, so that adds to it.
We hope you go out and maybe pick one of these wines up or use what we just kind of talked about and enjoy the company, because that's really what it's all about. We'll do this again.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do this in spring. We're in try.
Let's do spring and summer.
We got some summer wine,
quarterly,
some spring wine,
quarterly wine review. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
And I guess cheers, right?
Yeah. All right.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Happy holidays.
That was
That's
fun.
a yummy.